Yo, Valek MMA back at it again. Today, we're going to be doing our predictions for the upcoming fight night between Belal and Bonfim. And yeah, let's get started in it, man. First up, we have Souza versus Carnelossi. And I'm not going to lie to you, this is a close fight in my opinion. I feel like both of them obviously are very good strikers. Souza's a little more dynamic, but Carnelossi's kind of have the grappling advantage a little bit. And I feel like Carnelossi being able to level change with Souza will give Souza more things to think about in the striking department, along with Carnelossi actually being a good striker herself. So I'm going to take a Carnelossi TKO round two. I think Carnelossi catches Souza with a good shot and just finishes her against the cage. And yeah, that's my prediction for the first fight. Second fight is a little tricky one because both of these fighters, Chavez and Dubin, are new. So Chavez is making her debut in the UFC, and Dubin did lose her first fight in the UFC. So it's kind of tricky, but it's kind of like a perfect style matchup in my opinion, because Chavez is like a counter striker, some good counters, and Dubin's like a very aggressive, foot on the gas type of striker. So it could go many ways. But Chavez having the size advantage and the good counters, good Muay Thai, I just feel like Chavez is going to absolutely just counter her pretty well and just kind of stimmy her pressure, I feel like. But I'm gonna take a Chavez decision. I think a Chavez unanimous decision. I'm going to go 29-28 Chavez. I feel like Dubin will probably have her way around one with the pressure. And then, Chavez is doing her fucking Peter Yan, gimmick where she's downloading data. And then round 2 and 3, I just think Chavez is going to find the shots, the counter shots. They're going to win her the last 2 rounds. And now we got Jordan Levitt versus Joe Anderson Burrito. This is a close fight because this fight can go 2 different ways. Levitt's a very fucking good grappler, and Burrito is he's good in every department, but he's just a strong starter. So the longer the fight goes, the worse he gets, in my opinion. And so there's a possibility like if Burrito catches him with a shot at the start of the fight, like Burrito could probably finish him out. But if he can't get his strong start, I really believe Levitt is going to successfully blob and smudge Burrito for 3 rounds. I'm gonna go Levitt's submission round 3. I think Burrito gasses himself out trying to go for just straight like the finish round 1. I believe Levitt controls it. Successfully kind of cage smudges him a little bit, just hugging him, cuddling him against the cage. And round 2, I think Levitt gets the successful takedown on Burrito. Again, another kind of looking for subs. Burrito's defending subs. I just feel like it's going to be a dominant Levitt win here. I just feel like Levitt, his grappling is superior to Burrito's in my opinion. And Burrito kind of struggles with his takedown defense. So I just feel like Levitt's going to be able to do anything he really wants on the ground. And I just believe Burrito is eventually going to be gassed by 3rd round, and Levitt is going to get his submission. But again, this is kind of like a 50-50 fight in my opinion. I really feel like it just depends. Like, I feel like if Burrito catches him with shots early, it's going to be hard. But if Levitt just avoids the round 1 surge, I just believe Levitt will be able to sub Burrito. Next, we got this fight. I know people are saying Priscilla's like washed now. She's not really, her power's not there anymore. She's been losing. I'm pretty sure her and Chandler are both losing consecutively. If I'm not mistaken, I'm being so dead serious. I'm pretty sure they both beat Nunes and then lost their next 2 fights. Yeah, so beats Nunes, loses her next 2 fights. You go to Priscilla. Yeah, beats Nunes and then loses her next 2 fights. Both to Jocelyn Edwards too, who's gonna be good as fuck. I'm gonna go Priscilla here. Chelsea Chandler, she is a big blob specialist, But Priscilla, I just think her like Chelsea's defense on the stand up is pretty fucking terrible, and I just feel like Priscilla's gonna be able to find a good shot to catch her pretty well. I'm gonna go Priscilla knockout round one. I think Priscilla dead serious is gonna chin Chandler round one, bro. I think she's gonna catch Chandler, trying to level change, trying to do all these things. I just think Chandler is gonna leave her face exposed when she does her dumb shit, her dumb level changes and takedowns. And I just think Priscilla's just gonna absolutely chin her round one, bro. And then we are all gonna believe that Priscilla is back, bro. So that's just how I feel about that fight. Bruno Silva versus Shires. Get a good look at this guy right here. This guy is going to be a top 10 flyweight contender by the end of the year, bro. Clip this right now. Edgar Shires is going to be a top 10 contender in the flyweight division by the end of the year. Come on, guys. I don't care how good Bruno Silva's movement is. I know a lot of his losses are really just against top comp. Me and Cop, we whooped Bruno Silva's ass and gave everybody a fucking awesome showcase of why Bruno Silva will never be on our level. So, but Silva's movement's very good. He has kind of like he's decent all around in MMA, but I just feel like Shires' boxing and his size advantage. I mean, he has like a 6-inch reach advantage. He's also 3 inches taller. I just feel like Shires' boxing, his good jab, his 1-2s. I just feel like he's gonna be able to keep Bruno Silva at range for a 29-28. I got 29-28 Edgar Shires, man. I just believe his jab, his 1-2s. He's gonna keep Bruno Silva at bay, man. I think Bruno wins the first round, with his movement, but I feel like he slows down round 2 and 3, and Shires just keeps just jabbing him up, combinations, dirty uppercuts when he tries to clinch. I just think Shires is gonna absolutely put on a beautiful boxing display in round 2 and 3 to edge it out at 29-28. My opinion. This guy right here, I'm telling you guys, 1-2, 1-2, bro. Easy, it's so beautiful, man. Just jab, cross, jab, cross, just every time, bro. Jab, cross, jab, cross, hook, uppercut, bro. He's gonna piece Bruno Silva up, bro. Watch, I'm telling you, watch. All right, we got Marcus McGee, pigeon maxing over here. So as you know, if I just need to explain something, pigeon maxing is when you face absolute trash bags. And they're like breadcrumbs. So you're the big fucking pigeon, and they're just breadcrumbs, and they're just feeding them to you. That's what they're doing here. Giannis is like a last-second step in. He's going to get fucking killed. People kind of forget that McGee is a very good fucking striker just because he got skipped to the fucking final boss of the fucking bantamweight division. And even then, he won round 1 against Jan. So it was like, it wasn't even a terrible performance for what he was. I just think he got jumped too fast. But now I got McGee, I think McGee's TKOing Giannis round 2, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, Yanis, whatever the fuck his name is, he's gonna be cut by like fucking November. McGee's gonna kill him, man. Easy TKO round 2. I just think McGee's striking's way better. Yanis only has like 2 fights in the UFC. He's 1-1. He did win his last fight, to be fair, but I just think McGee is just levels above, man. It's just how I feel. Moving on. We got the chinniest fighter in the UFC versus a dude with some legit power. Now Schnell does have the reach advantage. He does have the size advantage. But what Schnell is a very talented fighter. He just can't he literally can't take a punch, man. He can't take a punch. He just can't do it, dude. So I just feel like Costa can match him in any level of MMA Schnell tries to impose on him. And I just believe Costa's going to catch him, bro. Give me Costa KO round 2, bro. I just think Costa's going to chin him, dude. Schnell's chin is so awful. So garbage. It's going to be easy. I just think it's going to be easy knockout for Costa, man. We're out of the prelims. Now we're here to the main card. We got Io Barnowski versus Junior Tafa, who's representing the legendary Tafa family in MMA. As you know, his brother put on an absolute masterclass performance against Taliesin Teixeira. Don't check it though. Just take my word for it. Io had the greatest first round in history. As you know, he had the first round. He had a round. He just had an absolute elite round, man. And he's going against Junior Tafa. Now, Junior Tafa, jokes aside, is actually not a bad striker. but he's just not he's not that good. He is 3 inches taller, but he literally only has about an inch and a half reach advantage on Ewo. I just think Ewo's just gonna steamroll him to a 3-round 30-27 decision, man. I just think Ewo's just gonna outstrike him, piece him up, combos. I just think it's gonna be a cool little striking match, but I just feel like Ewo is gonna decision him. I know people think this is kind of the most likely finish fight, the fight that's probably most likely gonna get a finish. But I just feel like Ewo is just gonna take this to a decision. I think Tafa can survive the 3 rounds, but it's just gonna be an ass whooping in my opinion. On to the next one, we got Country Boy Mitchell versus Santiago Luna. Now Luna is a upcoming prospect with some good striking and some solid subs, but I just feel like Bryce Mitchell, he's gonna do his thing. He's just gonna smudge him, bro. He's either gonna sub him or he's gonna smudge him. One of the two. Sorry, guys. A little difficulty there. But Bryce Mitchell is going to successfully smudge him, bro. He's going to absolutely smudge this dude. Successful 30-27, man. Either that or a sub, but I think it's going to go to a decision. I think Luna will defend the subs, but I think Bryce is just going to, decision him pretty well. Got Zion versus Tom Nolan. I actually think this can be an interesting fight. I think Nolan has a shot of winning this fight. I think Nolan, I mean, he can grapple, he can throw, he's pretty aggressive, he can go on the front foot and fight. Nolan's pretty solid, man. He lines up pretty decent in size with ZM. And with that being said, give me a ZM TKO round 2. I don't give a fuck, man. ZM's murdering this guy, man. It's just the power, bro, the technique. ZM's an upcoming guy, bro. He's just going to murk him in round 2. I don't think there's much to say here. I just really feel like ZM is just going to absolutely fucking murk this guy. Just pretty handily. And we have this absolute shit matchmaking. Brendan Allen, the number 4 guy, is fighting a dude that's not even fucking ranked. So, Edmund's very good striker. So obviously if he keeps on the feet, I think he can fuck with Brendan a little bit, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys. His gas tank is so bad, and Brendan is such a good grappler. I genuinely think Brendan can get him on the floor round 1, and I genuinely think Edmund will enter round 2 gassed as fuck. And that's why I'm gonna take a Brendan Allen submission victory round 2, bro. I think Edmund is gonna genuinely gas out by round 2. By the start of round 2, he's going to be mouth breathing, bro. I just think the grappling is going to be too much. He doesn't have the gas tank for it. And yeah, Brendan Allen's a very good submission artist, dude. And finally, the last fight of the night, Belal Muhammad versus Gabriel Bonfim. I believe Belal Muhammad is going to show levels. If you kind of look back at the Aljo versus Zalal fight, I feel like this fight's going to kind of follow that script. I feel like Bonfim will look good and show some promise on the feet. Look good against Belal on the feet. But I think Belal's level changes in grappling, I genuinely think Belal is just going to dominate him, bro. I have a Belal 49-46 decision. I think Belal's pressure, grappling, wrestling, work on the ground, I just think he's gonna overwhelm Bonfim, man. But this is kind of a 50-50 fight in my opinion, because Bonfim does have the power. So, Belal could do some things, and then, Bonfim just catches him once. And immediately the fight just flips. But I just feel like Belal is going to successfully blob, man. Successfully blob, smudge, lay and pray, cuddle, ground striking. Every like skill coming out of the blob mastery is coming with Belal, man. So yeah, I got Belal 49-46 decision. These were my picks. Kind of a little quick, honestly. But I'm gonna be honest. A lot of these, these fights are cool, but I feel like a lot of these fights are kind of one-sided. Like, I feel like McGee Yanis is one-sided. I feel like Costa Chanel is gonna be one-sided. I I feel like Iwo Tafa is gonna be one-sided. Like, I feel like ZM and Nolan's gonna be one-sided. I feel like Allen is gonna be one-sided. I feel like a lot of these fights are gonna be very one-sided. Like, you know, that's just how I feel. So that's kind of why I feel like these are a little quick, because it's just a lot of these don't give you much to think about. Like, oh yeah, Chanel's good at MMA, but like his chin's fucking terrible. So Costa's gonna chin him easily. McGee's fighting a short notice guy. You know? Like, you could argue, I feel like this is kind of a closer fight, but like, I just feel like ZM's just levels above Nolan, bro. I feel like number 4 Brendan Allen fighting unranked Shabazin with a terrible gas tank. It's literally all in Allen's favor right there. So yeah. Let me know in the comments what y'all's predictions are, or any problems with my predictions. And yeah, guys, see you in the next one.